Excellencies, dear guests, good morning from Paris. It is with great joy that I address this remarkable audience today. And first of all, I would like to thank the National Heritage Institute of Romania and the Blue Shield International for the initiative of organizing this international conference dedicated to the 70th anniversary of the adoption of the 1954 Hague Convention for the Protection of Cultural Property in the event of armed conflict, as well as to the 25th anniversary of the second protocol of this convention. As you all know, Romania ratified this convention together with its two additional protocols and was actively involved at UNESCO in the promotion and implementation of this instrument. Born from the ashes of the Second World War, the 1954 Hague Convention stands as a monumental achievement in international law, being the first framework solely dedicated to the protection of cultural property during armed conflicts. And this comprehensive convention sets a crucial precedent for the preservation of both movable and immovable heritage, ensuring that the memories and identities of peoples and societies are safeguarded for the future generations. As the UNESCO 1954 Hague Convention and Blue Shield International share the same symbol, that is the Blue Shield, to the same extent, the protection of cultural property is closely intertwined in the tireless work of the two institutions, from emergency protection to safeguarding, restoring, and reconstructing elements of cultural heritage. UNESCO, through its projects and tools of intervention, has played a pivotal role throughout the past decades in shielding cultural property as tragedies, unfortunately, were unfolding. And in this mission, Blue Shield has been and remains a highly dedicated and meaningful partner. It is truly worthy to recognize here the value of and praise all individuals across the world who, through their action, are committed and have been contributing to the protection of cultural property of the humanity. In our times, we have faced systematic attacks on culture and deliberate destruction of cultural heritage. In the words of the German poet Heinrich Heine, wherever books are burned, human beings also, in the end, are burned. And I believe we can absolutely all agree that attacks on any type of cultural property represent attacks against people, their rights, their identity. Cultural diversity in all its forms becomes a target. It's too bad that we don't fully comprehend the impact the loss of cultural property has on communities, unless we are directly affected by conflict or calamitous situations. As we are gathered today at this event, the conflicts in many parts of the world or the multiplication of emergency situations generated by the climate change, by natural or human-made disasters, remind us once again about the importance of proactive action towards the implementation of frameworks of protection and risk reduction for the preservation of cultural property. Since there is a strong connection between the cultural, humanitarian, and security dimensions of conflict, protection of cultural heritage during conflict is essentially central in order to break a vicious circle where attacks on culture fuel hatred and social fragmentation, perpetuating instability and conflict. I would like to recall the historical achievement of the unanimously adopted Montiacult 22 declaration that reaffirmed the role of culture as a global public and a global public good. Declaration that also called for culture to be included as a specific objective in its own right in the development agenda beyond 2030. It is our hope here at UNESCO that in line with this evolution during the upcoming Summit of the Future taking place later this month in New York, the role of culture in achieving sustainable development will be explicitly recognized by the member states. This would also strengthen the overall effort of ensuring the protection of cultural property. Ladies and gentlemen, for me as president of the General Conference of UNESCO, promoting the protection of humanity's essence, its cultural assets, and pursuing a path of global intellectual cooperation to enhance the horizons of our cultural heritage represent a very important aspect of my mandate. In fact, I'm glad to announce the organization at UNESCO this week on the 13th of September of a historic conference celebrating the centenary since the creation of the International Institute of Intellectual Cooperation, which is the precursor of UNESCO. Among a variety of other topics, the conference will feature discussions on the Institute's pioneering role in protecting cultural heritage amid situations of global crisis and UNESCO's prospects in further harnessing this tenure. So I invite you wholeheartedly to tune in for the conference through its webcast, starting with 10 a.m. This event actually provides a meaningful opportunity of reflection on our achievements and envisioning new means to enhance our legacy related to the protection of cultural property for the benefit of all humanity. Let us honor the Hague Convention, the hard work of UNESCO and of Blue Shield, as well as humanity's cultural heritage by committing to permanent intellectual cooperation, renewal, and action. Thank you.